Welcome to SHAREfactory Gaming. Today we will be talking about the Mad Box. Now, before I give my opinions, give me your opinions on the comments below. But before I give you my opinions, I'm going to read an article that came out around 2 hours ago by Liana Roberts. And it says that the Mapbox console is easy for developers, and there are 3 huge investors already in to invest on the console. Now the article goes like this. It says, just this month, Slightly Mad Studios revealed a new console that they are launching called the Mad Box, and the aim is to take on the big names in the gaming market that have laid claim to the industry for years. With a design that looks like a high-end PC and a promise for an out-of-this-world gaming experience, it's hard not to get at least a little swept up in the passionate excitement. Still, a console is nothing without games, but its Slightly Mad Studios CEO reassures fans that the new system will actually be really easy for developers to develop for. So, what that means is that it doesn't have an exclusive right now, but it could, because it's easy for developers to develop, right? So, alright, and there was a Ryan Mullet asked a question on Twitter saying, also, what about the indie devs? Will the system be accessible enough to develop games for it? Will there be a large out-of-pocket expenses to get the dev kit or for software testing? And Ian Bell, the CEO for Madbox, replied on Twitter saying, no excessive out-of-pocket expenses. It will be very easy to develop for, and with our cross-platform free technology, very easy to develop for other consoles and PC. So far so good. Bell also added, we have 3 large conglomerates, each ready to fund the whole project that we're in talks with. So that's very, it means that, they already have people backing up the project. So he also added, it will be a worldwide console, and we are already in early talks with areas that are, let's say, not particularly open to other vendors at this moment. So the article also goes, the interest is high, but it is high enough to compete with the biggest names in the industry. Surprisingly, yes, Sony, though the kings of exclusives, has seen a rapid decline in production. For good reason, mind you. Focusing on quality over quantity is never a bad thing, but it does leave a sort of vacuum behind. With Xbox, Phil Spencer's also Microsoft platforms is a dramatically different direction, with more JRPGs and more narrative-driven direction. The Mad Box may just be the inspiration to provide more unity. So, yeah. I don't remember if I said that this article was by Liana Rupert. Isn't that the Stewie's? Anyway, so yeah, interesting. A new console. The question is, will it have exclusives? It could, if it's easy, if it's claiming what it's saying it's claiming. That didn't sound right. If it's claiming what it's claiming, if it's claiming what it's claiming, that sounds strange. Then, if it's easy for developers, then there might be a few developers that will do exclusives for the Mad Box. I think that exclusives are not a big deal are not a big deal, but they could sell. Exclusives could be a big deal. I mean, for example, I have never owned a Switch before. I have never, I have owned a Super Nintendo and a Nintendo 64. But come on, that was like 20 years ago. Since then, I've always been a PlayStation guy, just because I grew up with the PlayStation 1, and it's just I've always owned a PlayStation since I was little. But I am ready to buy a Nintendo Switch just because of a few games. Zelda is one of them. The Witch of the Wild, I think it's called. No, I think it's a Zelda game. And the Smash Brothers. I mean, it's fun. It looks fun. The Mario Kart as well. It looks very fun. So it's those exclusives that it's making me think about buying the Nintendo Switch. Will the Mad Box have that same appeal? And if it doesn't have that appeal, it needs to be very, very powerful, more powerful than the PlayStation, in order for gamers, fans of Xbox, and PlayStation, even PC, to switch or consider buying the Mad Box. It looks ugly as shit. Let me say that. Hopefully they will fix that design that they have. I mean, it's a Mad Box. Anyway, um, and also the price. Well, somebody that owns a PlayStation or an Xbox, I think that when the Mad Box comes out, I think that we already have a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox, whatever the Xbox is gonna be called. We don't know the price of the Mad Box. Will it be more expensive? Will it be the same price? You need to offer us something quite good, either a more powerful machine, exclusives, because if it's the same price as the PlayStation and the Xbox, which is probably $500-$600, some people are not gonna want to spend $500 or $600 more for something that is basically the same as a PlayStation or the Xbox. So it sounds good. The CEO's mind is on the right place. I think that if it works for the community and for us gamers and for the developers, then awesome. But fans that been owning Xbox for many years, from Xbox 360 to the original Xbox to the Xbox One, and people that have owned the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, will they switch for a Mad Box? Looks ugly as shit, but will they switch? And that's what I want to know, guys. Tell me on the comments below. Will you switch? Would you consider buying a Mad Box instead of your go-to console, right? Tell me in the comments below. That is it for today. That's all the news that I have for today. Stay tuned for that Dragon Age video. I'm trying to make a good video for the first time ever. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for a Mortal Kombat. The next video I'll probably do is a top 10 from Mortal Kombat 11. That I've been wanting to do for a while, and after that I will do the Dragon Age 4 video. So tell me in the comments below, would you buy the Mad Box? Would you switch from your Xbox or PlayStation or PC to buy a Mad Box? Tell me in the comments below. That is it for today. Get out.